Yes. So here in the SAP HANA administration part, so we are discussing about the SAP HANA 1.0 and 2.0 differences, the versions which we discussed yesterday, HANA 1.0, 2.0 versions. So all those things we have discussed, right? So these are the things we discussed about the versions, information. So all those things we have discussed. So in a 1.0, 2.0, so apartment concept and also the independent house concept. So all these things we have discussed. Apartment, independent house concept, single container, multi-container. So all this information, so we have discussed, right? So that is the information about the HANA 1.0 and 2.0. So whenever you install any HANA database, either the HANA 1.0 or HANA 2.0, HANA 1.0 or 2.0, any database. So you see the, so you see the 7 core process will be created. 7 core processes will be so created here. So one is like, so HANA index server, HANA index server. Then second one is the, so that we will call it as the HDB. So normally the naming convention of this one is the HDB index server, then HDB name server. HDB means HANA database, index server, name server. These are the 7 core process. SAP level, we have how the 7 work process will be created, same as like here in the HANA side also. So HANA side also 7 core process will be created. So these are the HANA core process. So same SAP level, how this core process will do the carry out the work. Here in the inside of the HANA system also, this core process each other will help and will process the work, right? So that is the reason. So we have the name server, index server, the HDB is common, right? So preprocessor, then compile server, preprocessor, compile server, then access engine, then the 6th one, so web dispatcher, then the 7th one, daemon process, right? So these are the 7 processes will be created during the installation of the any HANA system, either this one or this one. This 7 will be created. But we discussed HANA 1.0 is the single container, but HANA 2.0 is the multi-container. So HANA 1.0 is the single container, which means in one host, if you install it, you will get only one database, So this all the 7 process in the at only one database here. But at the same time, we are discussing about the HANA 2.0. HANA 2.0 means, so HANA 2.0 means in one host, if you install this one, so what about this one, right? So one host, if you install it, you will get the one system DB and one tenant DB by default you will get, right? One system DB, one tenant DB by default you will get. That means 2 databases you will get here. That's why HANA 2.0, 2 means multi, so multi-container. HANA 2.0 is the multi-container. HANA 2.0 is the multi-container and 1.0 is the single container. Multi-container and single container. Multi-container and single container. HANA 1.0 is the multi-container, single container and multi-container. Single means only one standalone database will be created. It means only this 7 process will be created. So, but here HANA 2.0 means one system DB, one tenant DB. One system DB, multiple tenant databases we can create it here. Multiple. Suppose on top of, by default, you will get the G+1, one system DB, one tenant DB. After that, if you want to create it, you no need to install it. Just execute the one SQL command, it will create the one tenant. Just execute the one tenant, it will create the one more tenant, one more database. Up to, you can say, take the 19. So 19 plus 1, 20 tenant DBs you can create it here. 20 tenant DBs, one system DB in one host, one DB and 2 tenant databases you can create it here, right? So that is the main thing here. So here Okay, that is fine. G plus 1, we don't need 20 databases here. 1 is enough here. By default, it will get the, when you do the installation, you will get the 1G plus 1 system DB, 1 tenant DB, you will get it out here, right? So now let's start. Okay, you got the 1 system DB, 1 tenant DB, you got it here, right? So system DB, right? System DB. So what will be the there for the system DB and tenant DB? Why? Because in HANA 1.0, you have all these 7 processes here. What about the here? So here you see here, so in the each tenant you have the one index server and access engine will be in the each tenant. So in the tenant DB, you have the, in the tenant DB you have, so one, so index server, one access engine. So remaining 5 process, this remaining 5 process will be in the, your system database. Remaining 5 process will be in the system database here. Remaining 5 process will be in the system database here. So each tenant, when you create the one more tenant, database, so you will get the, one more tenant database, you will get the one index server, one access engine. If you create the one more tenant database, one index server, one access engine. So each tenant you will see the one index server, and each tenant you will see the one index server and each tenant you will see the one index server and plus access engine. Those two will be in the tenant DB. So the remaining 5 processes, the remaining 5 process will be in the system DB only. If you create the one more tenant, then same again, you have the index server plus, so access engine will be available here. If you create the one more tenant, same index server, access engine. So which means each tenant, we have the index server and access engine will be available here. Each tenant you have index server, access engine will be available here, right? So that is the, so process of the, so tenant and the system DB here. So what is the difference between the system DB, tenant DB means? So system DB contains 5 process and the tenant DB contains 2 process here, right? So system DB, so here the main process in the HANA database is the index server here. So actual data which is storing into the database level, that is in the actual data that is storing into the database level, so that is in the index server only. Actual data residing into the index server. The actual data is residing in the index server. So in the index server, actual data is residing. So which means actual data is residing index server means, so remaining process will help to the index server. So actual data is residing in the index server, which means this index server is available where? In the tenant database. So here actual data will resides in the tenant database only. There is no usage of the system database. Then what is the advantages of the having the system DB? System DB will monitor the all the tenants. If you want to take the any backup, you have to do it from the system DB. If you want to restore the tenant database, you want to do it from the system DB. So if you want to change the parameters, you have to do it from the system DB. It kind of administrations of tenant databases will be done by the your system database. That is the major advantage of the having the system DB. But tenant DB, actual data resides inside of the tenant database only, index server. Inside of the actual data resides here inside of the your tenant database. So that is the major thing of having the index server. Okay, so index server actual data resides in the tenant database. Why? Because here index server is available. So wherever you have the index server, actual your data will be resides in the index server only. Actual your data will resides into the index server only, right? So let me start the server here. Let me start the server here. So that I can show you how to download the softwares. Then, so how to move to the from Windows to Linux level. Why? Because here this is only be installed on the Linux level. This is only be installed on the Linux level. All the packages and everything is installed on the Linux level only. Linux level only. So then how to do the installations? How to perform the installations and all these things we will discuss now. Okay, so let me where is softwares here? Windows. Okay, so while that is starting here, right? So actual data is residing in the database only. So actual data residing into the tenant database. That is a very important thing. So that is a very important thing we need to take care of the here, right? So that is the main thing here. So now how to download. So one more restrictions we discussed it, right? As part of the hardware requirement, the OS should be the only the Linux environment. The two, so minimum 128 GB hard 128 GB memory is required here. So RAM memory is required here to install the HANA databases here. And also minimum 5 types of file systems are required here to install the HANA database. So right, all these things we have discussed, right? So now the installation of this HANA databases can be carried, which tools we have to use it. For SAP, we are using the SWPM for the SAP installations. For the HANA, we need to use the HDB LCM tools here. HDB LCM tools here. So in the HDB LCM tools will come the inbuild of the HANA database software. So inbuild of the your HANA database software. So inbuild of the HANA database software here. HDB LCM will tools will come here. Inbuild of the your HANA database software here. So that here, so whenever you are doing the HANA database installation, you will get the HDB LCM. You can do the installations here, right? You can do the installation. So let's start doing that one now. Let me extend some RAM here. Okay. So here you can see here, here you can see. So let me log into the, first of all, here let me try to download the softwares here. So how to download the our HANA database softwares? How to download the our HANA database softwares from the service marketplace here, right? So just to go to the service.sap.com here to download the softwares. As we know, so we have the use the one common site that is called the SAP marketplace here. So here you can see the service.sap.com or the support.sap.com. You have to use these sites, right? Then here you require the yes user ID. Yes user ID is required to log into your SAP marketplace, SAP account here, SAP account. So from here you will go to the support portal. You have all the options seems like here. So SAP downloads. You can see the SAP downloads here. Just click on the SAP download center. Then you will see the you will see the option like, so enter the, you will see the option like enter the. So now see, after you entering the S user ID, then you will, it will take you through so one more page here. So you went to the support.sap.com, click on the software downloads, then you will get the software center here. You will see the software center here. In the software center, you will see the all type of softwares and everything here. All type of the softwares and everything are installed here. All type of softwares and everything got installed here, right? So SAP support packages, so databases, we want to download any other databases, SQL Server, Oracle, DB2. So all these things are available here. You can download it here. SAP support packages and patches. So then any patches, anything you want to download, you can download it here. Then go to the, so then installation and upgrade, go to the installation and upgrade, then go to the here, then here you can see the, so HANA for H for HANA. So how to download the softwares means all the softwares are categorized as here like, so alphabetical order. So H for HANA, S for SAP, E for ECC, F for Fiori. So like that, the category they have segregated as the, so here like this, right? So then installations and upgrades here, installations and upgrades we have to go, because we are doing the HANA database installation, right? We have to go to the H for HANA database. Then here, just scroll down, you will see the HANA platform edition, HANA platform edition here. You will see the HANA platform edition here. So in the HANA platform edition, so yeah, you can see the HANA platform edition here. You see, so here in the platform edition, 2.0, why? Because ours is the 2.0 here. Go to the here, then download the latest version of the your HANA database software zip file. You have to download it. See here, you can see that the latest version of the database softwares are available here. HANA platform edition SPS 07, right? 05, 06, right? 06. So like that, you have the patches are there, 7, 6, 5 are there. So if anyone asks you what is the latest version of the HANA database means, HANA 2.0 SPS 07 is the latest version which is available in the market. Which is available in the market. They have released it here, right? So this is the 7. SPS 07 here, right? Just if you click on this button, that will be downloaded. That will be downloaded here. If you click on that button, so that 7.07 SPS 07 will be downloaded. Okay, so that is the main thing of the HANA DB software here. So how to download means, if you click on this file, then that will be downloaded. That will be downloaded. Then as soon as that is downloaded, then you have to go to the Linux level. So this is the Linux we have to open through putty. Linux we have to go to the putty here. Just you can go to the SAP HANA, something like that. That is our host name. Then it will take you to Linux. Why? Because Linux, always you have to use the commands, right? Commands. Through commands only you need to do the operation. So Linux operating system is not, it's not like our Windows. Linux is not like our Windows here. Windows, through mouse we can control everything here. But Linux, through commands we have to operate. Through commands we have to operate here. So here login as root, then password. You need to enter the password here. Then you need to enter the password here. Right? You can see you need to enter the password. Then you will go to the command prompt mode. You will go to the command prompt mode here. The password, when you are typing the password is not visible. So it will be, it's not visible to anyone. So just it will be typed, but it will not show here. So the who are new to Linux, just see here, open the in your command prompt mode when you log into the desktops. you will see the Linux putty configuration here. Here, just type SAP HANA. That is our host name of the Linux here, which we are using for the HANA databases here. Just click on the open button. Here. You see here, just to use the root. Root is our super user here. In a Windows, administrator is like here, same as like root. Then password, same password you can use it here. But see, here when I'm typing, it is not typed anything here. But just click on the enter button. Then you got the prompt here. See here, you got the prompt here. So this is the way we need to log into our system. This is the way we need to log into our Linux system. Right now, we got how to download the SAP softwares, then how to log into your Linux operating systems. So through putty, you have to log into the Linux operating system and everything here. Right, Linux operating system and everything here. So now, so we will learn about some basic commands of your Linux operating system. We will discuss about some basics commands about your Linux operating system here, right? So why? Because it's a very important. The basic commands are very important to learn. So some Linux and to operate, to work on the HANA database and everything. Only installation time and upgrade time we have the work in the Linux level. So remaining all time we have to use the HANA Studio. HANA Studio is the one of the tool to monitor the HANA databases. Here, HANA tool here. So here we will use this one. Just click on the df-h. The first command. So normally in the Windows level, if you want to see the file system level, if you go to this PC, you will see the 135 GB is free out of 366, something like that. You got all the information, right? You got the information, all the information, you got it, and you are doing this work. So this is the way you are doing all kind of work and everything you are doing here, right? So that is the main thing here, right? So, and also in the Linux level, how this PC is not there and it's a very black box, right? Very entire the black screen here. So now here you have to use some commands like df space, all small letters, df space -h. So which means it will display the file systems in order. Here you can see the file systems means in a Windows level we have the drives concept, right? In Windows level we have the drives concept. Suppose like C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive, so G drive, like that in a Windows level. So we have the drives concept here, right? So drives concept in Windows level here. So when it comes to the Linux level, here we have the file systems concept. When it comes to the Linux, we have the file system concept here, the file systems concept here. So in this file systems, you need to start working on all these activities and everything here. You need to start working on the activities here in the file system level. So which means when you use the df space -h, df means D display, F means file system, -h means some order wise it will display. Otherwise, if you use the df, it will show some blocks used, available, mounted, all this information will be showed here, right? All the information is displayed here, right? You can see here, all the information is displayed here. Same as like here, if we use the df-h, this information will be displayed here. This information is displayed here. So that is the main thing of your df-h file system command. So display the file systems here. So same as like here, if you enter the date will be displayed. What is the current date? So if you type the users, how many users are logged in here? You see that how many users are logged in here. So we want to go to the inside of this file system, suppose /media, where our softwares are located in the /media here. Just to go to the /media, then you will see the /media here. Then here CD means change directory. CD means change directory. So you can use the CD command to change the directory from one location to CD. So I want to see what's there inside of the media folder. Then listing ls. If you use it, you will get the listing here. See here, listing, you got it. How many folders, subfolders, and everything is there. If you use ls space hyphen ltr, then one order wise and space how much size of the each file. So all will be displayed here. All the data will be displayed here. All the data will be displayed here in the format like one order wise it's stored. So if you type just ls, then it's not displayed something like that here. If you display the ls hyphen ltr, one order wise, one descending order wise or ascending order wise, it's displayed here, right? So this is the way using the commands here. So if you want to, so again go back, you are in the present working directory. You are in the slash media. PWD means present working directory. You will come to know which directory. Suppose Windows, you will go inside of this file system. Inside of this file system, I want to see where it is. You click on it, you are in the C devlog, something like that in this file systems, right? Devlog in this file systems. Devlog in this file systems. Same as like here also, the order wise will be displayed here. So PWD means present working directory. So CD change directory, ls listing. So this kind of information. If you use df-sg, that is du hyphen, so yes, it will be display the how total size. Total size will be displayed here. Total size will be displayed here. So ls hyphen latr, if you display it, any hidden files, the hidden files will be displayed here. Any hidden files, that files will be displayed here, right? So that is the information, right? So that is the so if you type du hyphen hatch, then each file, what is the size here? Each file, what is the size here? You see, so this is the 3.4 GB, this is the 1.3 GB, this is the GBs wise, you got the GBs wise, KBs wise, you got the all the listing here. That is called the du hyphen h. Normally df hyphen h. So df hyphen h means display the file systems in order. So this is the one of the important command regularly we will use when you are doing the monitoring in the HANA databases. So this is the one of the regular transaction code we will use. This is the one of the regular transaction code we will use it here, right? df hyphen h, right? du hyphen h. So this is the main thing here, right? And also you want to go, you want to create, you want to delete. So right. So for the creation, suppose if you want to create the one folder, just click on the mkdir. Mkdir means the creation of the directories. The creation of the directories. Why I'm telling this Unix commands? When you join in the organization, after some time, you may get the some requests, create the some folders at Linux level. Normally, if the Linux team is there, they will take care of. If Linux team is not there, so then we have to create the folders and everything, files and everything. And also, you need to install the HANA databases. You need to upgrade the HANA databases. You need to monitor the file system usage, especially your HANA related file system usage and everything. You need to monitor it, right? In that case, also we need some skills on the Linux level. So that is the reason. So we are just learning about the some commands here. Yeah, taking the learning about the some commands here, right? So here to create the directory here, to create the directory, what are the commands here? Suppose if I draft here some commands, Linux lemon, I will also send you the PDF one. So here chmod change, sorry, here the first command df-h, that is called the display file systems. Display file systems, we have to use it here, right? And also cd, the change directory. Cd means change directory here. ls means listing what is there inside of the folder or directory. It will give the listing ls commands. So users, how many users are logged in, date, current date. So right, so if you use that reboot option, that will be rebooted. That will be rebooted, but don't initiate it. Reboot option here. So when you just click on the reboot option, the OS will be rebooted here. The OS will be rebooted here in the reboot option. Reboot option, the OS will be rebooted here, right? Then also power off, the OS will be turned off, right? Reboot and power off commands. It's a very dangerous commands. Okay. So and also mkdir means mkdir space. That is for the folder directory creation. Directory So creation, the creation of the directory, we have to use it, make directory. Suppose go, so mkdir space, suppose like example, suppose like, so example directory I have created here. If you use ls-ltr, you see example is created here. You want to go inside of the file system, then cd, you can go to the example here. Cd, you will go to the example here. See, now you went to the inside of the file system here. Now you went to the inside of the systems, right? Now you want to create the file. So directory creation, now you got it, mkdir. File creation, so file creation, you can have to use the touch command. Touch for, so file creations. Any file you want to create it. Normally in the Windows level, how will you create it? So right click and click on the new button, right? So right click and just go to the here, then notepad, text, whatever it may be, you can create it here. But it's not the Windows, right? Then here we need to use the, what command we have to use it here? Then here you need to use the uh, touch command, touch, touch, then text file. Suppose like I'm creating the one text.txt, then txt file I'm creating here. Then you can see the txt file is created here. You can see the txt file is created here. Then so vi means visual editor. So suppose that with that I will tell you later. Again, you will confuse here. Small comments we will learn today, right? So folder creation, file creation. Suppose you want to remove, then so now you see ls-ltr, the file is there. Remove means rm command. Rm means removal of the directory. You want to remove? Yes, you have the removed it today, right? You have the remove here. The file got removed here. So now you are in the present working directory is the media example folder. Now I want to go back here. Normally in the Windows level, what you will use it? If you want to go back, just go back command. Back command you will use it, right? Here, what we will use it? CD space dot dot slash. CD space dot dot slash, which means you will go to the one folder back. One folder back, you went it out here. So CD space dot dot dot, one step back, dot dot dot, second step back, dot dot back, third step back. Like that, you can go to here. So maybe we'll go to the home page again. So like that, if you keep on typing these commands, typing the dot dot dot, you will go to the one folder back, one folder back. Then what is the command? One step forward. Then again you have to use the CD, then media. Then you will go to the media folder. Then here, suppose I want to delete something. So then you can use the RM. RM, suppose I want to delete this thing. Then execute this one. Then yes, do you want to remove? Yes. So that is got removed. You can see that is got removed. Then RM minus RF, right? Just execute this one. That is also got removed here, right? RM minus RF. So that is the recursive force. RF is the recursive force here, which means forcefully it will be recovered. Forcefully it will be removed. So here you can see everything got removed here, right? I want to remove this one also. RM minus RF. It is the directory. Sir, how can we tell which one is the file, which one is the directory here? Now you see any folder in front of we call the D. D means that is called the directory. So normal, nothing is there means that is got the file here. So when it is mentioned D, D means directory. This is the directory, backup directory. It does not require. So then I use the RM minus RF command. Then if you use the df-h, now see the file system is the 16 GB utilized. Previously, when you use it here, when the file system space is like 29 GB, 29 GB usage, right? 29. So that means used is the 32 GB usage here. Now when you remove it here, 32 GB to 18 GB it is decreased. 13 GB to 18 GB it is released. So which means unnecessary files we have to clean up here. Unnecessary files we have to do the some cleanup here, right? Unnecessary files we have to do the cleanup in the systems here. It's not required, right? So this is the way we have to. So we have to download the files and we have to use the some commands here. Commands here. These are the some commands here. If you use the last command, it will display the what are the last executions, who did what commands you executed. With my root user, So I executed the still reboot, still something, all the commands are executed. So all things here, example, who rebooted the system and everything here. So if I take history, if I take history, what commands I executed, all the information, it should be clearly displayed here, history. History means what you executed previously. That all these things, I deleted something, I created, practice, deleted, practice, created, something like that, right? So these are the commands here, right? So here inside of the media, you have the folder, right? Inside of the media, you have to correctly use the commands. Otherwise, it will give the trouble, right? So here, see here, you have to correctly use the permission here. So one more thing is here, you have to change the permission here. Suppose apart from the touch, make directory and last and history. So apart from that, these all these things here, the major things are the make directory, CD, listing, and giving the permissions. So all these things are very important here, changing the ownership. So chmod mod, chmod is for the, so giving the permission. Suppose like this directory is there. So here we have the three types of permissions. Okay, let me pause it here. Any questions from anyone here regarding the login to the Linux level and executing the some commands here? That is a very basic important. If I keep on telling the class, you won't get anything here, right? So it's my benefit only. If you keep on telling, I will complete it soon, but it's your understanding purpose. So I'm pausing here. Any questions from anyone? You want to practice the commands? You want to log in? Okay. So shall I continue further or will you guys practice? That's the main thing here.
Practice. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Why? Because if you one command also, if you practice it, that's the very important. Why? Because these are the basics. So Linux is new for you guys, right? So why? Because Linux is new. So you all be in the worry status now. Sorry, as of now, Windows only, we have hundreds of discussions. We have discussion now. Again, Linux means it's not possible. Then I will